Hello again, or bore da, because we're in Wales, in Denbighshire for a few days over the bank holiday, and we're just setting out on a little walk. We're going to visit an Iron Age hill fort called Caer Drewyn. As long as we get there, I don't know what the route is, I've plotted it out, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, we're just heading away from the campsite we're staying at. Nice campsite called Gaer Hyfryd, and we're just heading out. There's a little bit of a road section first, just takes us out to the A5, and then we cut back down, and then we'll be walking along beside the River Dee and down past the little town of Corwen, then up to the hill fort, then back along the River Dee to the little village of Cynwyd, where we should be able to get a pint. So why not stick along and see what we see along the way. Right, so we've just sort of passed through I think it's called the Riverside estate. It's a big farm shop and restaurant, and there's a car boot sale going on. It's very busy, but the Riverside estate is all around here, and one of the things that you don't expect to see is a herd of bison. Didn't know Wales was bison country, but there you go. They're all a bit far away for the camera, but trust me, there's a whacking great big herd of bison just over there. Well, we're supposed to be on the Cynwyd way here. Not very well marked at all. So I think we're on the right way. The only sign we've seen just recently is a warning about bees at work, but I didn't show you the beehives. That I thought better to get past them. But, I've just heard the steam train. They're down on the Dee Valley Railway, so maybe we'll see one of them a bit later with a bit of luck. I can just about see the rudiments of a path ahead of us. Just stop for a drink of water, and I think you can see the hill fort over there, Drewyn Hill Fort. Just rising up, you can kind of see, you probably won't be able to see it on the GoPro, but there's a sort of you can see the line of the rampart coming down and round. So that's the direction we're heading. Right, just getting down to the outskirts of Corwen now. We skirt round this way. The River Dee is just here. The road bridge is going across it, but you can't really see too much of it from here. We'll maybe get a better view from the other side of the road, because we need to go straight across here, I think. But there's another lovely bridge across it in Cynwyd later on in the walk, so should see a little bit more of the river. Onward. Nice, isn't it? Avon Doverdwy, I think, or the River Dee. I think give it its English name. Stick with Doverdwy. I don't think that's probably a very good pronunciation, mind you. That's beautiful. And look behind me as well. Row of old stones. It doesn't say what they are on the map, but obviously been clearly put there with intent. No idea what they are. Right, let's crack on. Just follow the river down now. just twigged what these huge pieces of old slate are. It's actually a field boundary, probably to keep the livestock from going in the water. Obviously not functional anymore, but interesting. That's what they used way back when. Like a row of old teeth. Yeah, very pleasant walk so far along the river. Just the bit of noise from the traffic, that's the only thing. It's busy and it's a bank holiday weekend, so everybody's out on their motorbikes and whatever. Now the hill fort's rising up in front of us there, and I think we kind of leave the river here, skirt around the back of the hill for a little way, and then I think you climb back to it, which I think just takes a little bit out of the climb. Nice to hear, isn't it?
Very nice to hear.
Makes it a little bit more gradual. Right, anyway, let's press on. Whew. Quite a little climb up from the river, that. But it gives you a nice view back down into Corwen, which looks a lot nicer. It doesn't really show its best face to the main road. I've driven through it many times, but never stopped there. So we shall hopefully have a look around the town a little bit later. It's famous for its connections with Owain Glyndŵr, one of Wales's famous heroes, and there's a very impressive statue of him in the main square, so we'll have a look at that later with a bit of luck. We're just coming up to the foot of Caer Drewyn now. I've just realised that Drewyn is nose, so it's the fort on the nose, which I suppose the nose is the headland really, and so we're just going to climb up the nose. I've just noticed the spelling actually, Drewyn, so might not be, that might be a load of rubbish. Somebody Welsh might have to tell me, but makes sense, doesn't it? Caer Drewyn. We're not quite at the top yet. Just got a little bit further to go, but you're getting your first look at the wall of the hill fort now. It's absolutely huge. Couldn't find that much out about it, you know. It's a hill fort, probably 3,000 years old, but it's supposed to be one of the best preserved and most important hill fort sites in Wales. Let's go and have a closer look. Up here, see way out along the Berwyn range of mountains, down over the village of Corwen, where we're heading back down to later, and then way out over Snowdonia Eryri. Beautiful. Right, well, you can get up to the ramparts just here, but I think we'll just follow the path round and then get to the highest point. Sorry about the noise, there's a powered glider up above circling around trying to gain altitude. But yes, it's absolutely immense. I can't remember how many acres or hectares or whatever it encircles, but it goes right round the hillside here. Very impressive. There's a good sort of 3 or 4 metres height of stone still there, and as you can imagine it was probably higher in its day. It's just a huge thing. You can see signs of another embankment outside and a ditch as well. So obviously there's the kind of the main inner enclosure, and then there's other structures as well. There's a gap in the outer wall that I mentioned here, and then path leads in. Anybody's guess whether that's an original entrance or not, but you can use your imagination, can't you? Hope you can hear me all right. I've put the other microphone on because it's a bit breezy up here. But what a place. Definitely food for the imagination. Love it. Worth the climb. Worth the climb for the views, actually. Right. Let's head on down to Corwen. Just heading down some slightly rickety wooden steps cut into the hillside. That'll just take us down to another bridge back into, across the River Dee back into Corwen. Yeah, the Dee Valley Railway. I did a bit of a clip of it before. I don't know whether you could see it all right, but it's quite a distance away. But hopefully we'll see a bit more of it when we get down into the village. Oh well, there's the station. We've just looked at the timetable and we missed the last steam train by about 10 minutes, so could hear it going. But anyway, hopefully you saw the one that we filmed just on the top. door, and as it says, the leader of the revolt against the English rule of Wales in 1400. Quite an impressive statue. Loads and loads of really beautifully built old substantial buildings in the town. You can just see that it used to be quite a thriving place, a bit sort of faded glory-ish now, but nice town. And then there's this beautiful Norman church. I think it was St Marl and St Elian, was it? So just a quarter of a mile outside Corwen, look for a sign to your left, just where the road sign up to Cynwyd is, and you'll see the North Berwyn Way just leaving at that junction, and you pick up that, and that'll take us back alongside the River Dee again up to Cynwyd, where we'll probably say goodbye to you there and stop for a beer, I think. Yeah, you can see that this used to be a route of an old railway. You can see bits of railway furniture here that says Great Western Railway Company, 1881. So I think it must have just carried on from Corwen, and whether this is a branch line and the other line carried on straight, I'm not quite sure. I'd have to check up, but yeah, it's a lovely pass. Let me just show you. I'll turn the camera around. Some like big grand houses. I'm just wondering whether there used to be hotels in the Victorian area, because you'd have had all the fishing in the river and beautiful views, and the railway to deliver you here. So it makes me wonder whether, there's various faded grand old hotels down in Corwen as well. I'm sure tourism used to be quite a big thing in years gone by around here. Right, we're just about to meet where the path goes up to the village of Cynwyd, so we'll sign off before we get to the village. We're just over 8 miles in now, I think, and we've got another 1.5 miles back to the campsite, so it'll be round about 10 by the time we get back, I think. But as usual, we'll try and bring you back from the pub and give you a cheers. Hang on, just negotiating some mud here, and maybe just show you a little bit of the outside of the pub. So stick with us for a little way, and we'll show you that. But thanks very much for joining us, and no doubt we'll see you again very soon. Cheers now, bye.
Bye.
Cheers. Oh, ready for that. This splendid ale Flintshire Brewery. Very nice. FA Cup just about to start. That's what you call timing. See you soon. Cheers.